Becoming a U.S. citizen through naturalization is a goal for millions of immigrants who seek the security, rights, and opportunities that citizenship provides. While the process is well established under U.S. law, it is often surrounded by myths, confusion, and outdated information. These misconceptions can lead to costly delays, disqualification, or unnecessary anxiety among applicants. Whether it's misunderstanding eligibility requirements, fearing language barriers, or believing incorrect information about the citizenship test, these myths hinder many from taking the next step toward full participation in American civic life. In this video, we break down the top 10 most common misconceptions about the naturalization process, clarifying what is true, what is not, and how to move forward with accurate information. 1. You have to be born in the U.S. to become a citizen. This is one of the most widespread myths. Many people mistakenly believe that only those born on U.S. soil can be citizens. In reality, naturalization is a legal process that allows foreign-born individuals to become U.S. citizens after meeting specific requirements such as permanent residency, time in the U.S., and passing a civics test. Millions of people become citizens every year through this process, many of whom were born abroad but meet the criteria and complete the necessary steps. Birthright citizenship and naturalization are simply two different paths to the same end. 2. You must speak perfect English to pass the citizenship test. A common fear among applicants is that they must be fluent or speak perfect English to become a U.S. citizen. The truth is that USCIS only requires a basic ability to speak, read, and write in English, and the naturalization interview is conducted in plain language. Additionally, some applicants, such as older individuals or those with medical disabilities, may qualify for exemptions or language accommodations. Fear of language failure often causes people to delay applying, when in reality, with practice and preparation, the language requirement is manageable for most. 3. A green card automatically leads to citizenship. While having a green card is a necessary step towards citizenship, permanent residency does not automatically convert into citizenship. Green card holders must actively apply for naturalization by submitting Form N-400 and meeting other requirements such as residency duration, physical presence, good moral character, and knowledge of U.S. history and government. Many green card holders mistakenly believe they are already citizens or will become one automatically, leading them to neglect the necessary steps to finalize their status. 4. You can't travel abroad while applying for naturalization. Another myth is that applying for naturalization means you must remain in the U.S. at all times until your application is processed. While it is true that applicants must maintain continuous residence and physical presence in the U.S., short trips abroad, generally less than 6 months, are allowed. However, long or frequent absences may disrupt eligibility, especially if they suggest abandonment of U.S. residency. The key is careful planning and documentation, not total travel restriction. 5. If you have minor legal issues, you will be automatically denied. Many people believe that any legal infraction, even a traffic ticket, means automatic denial of naturalization. In reality, USCIS evaluates good moral character based on the nature, frequency, and recency of the offense. While serious crimes can disqualify an applicant, minor infractions like parking tickets or old misdemeanors do not necessarily bar you from becoming a citizen, especially if you've demonstrated reform and responsibility since. However, full disclosure is critical. Failing to report incidents can harm your application more than the incident itself. 6. You have to hire a lawyer to apply. It's a common belief that naturalization is so complex that you must hire a lawyer. While immigration attorneys can certainly help, especially in complicated cases, many people successfully complete the process on their own. USCIS offers detailed instructions, and nonprofit organizations often provide low-cost assistance. In straightforward cases, applicants can complete Form N-400 themselves, study with official resources, and attend the interview without legal representation. That said, it's always wise to consult a professional if there are doubts about eligibility. 7. The civics test is extremely difficult. Fear of the civics test, especially among older immigrants, is another barrier that stops people from applying. However, USCIS publishes the exact 100 questions that may appear on the test, and during the interview, applicants are only asked up to 10 of those questions, needing just 6 correct answers to pass. The questions are based on basic U.S. history, government, and geography. For those eligible due to age and years of residency, there may even be simplified test versions or exemptions. With study, most applicants pass on the first try. 8. Naturalization takes many years. Many people delay applying because they assume the process will take 5 to 10 years or more. In reality, the average naturalization process takes between 8 to 14 months, depending on the location and USCIS workload. While backlogs can affect this timeline, it is not nearly as long as most people think. Applicants who have been green card holders for the required number of years and meet all other requirements can often move through the process much faster than expected, especially with proper document preparation and early filing. 9. If you fail the interview or test, you lose your green card. This dangerous misconception prevents many from applying at all. Failing the civics or English test does not mean you will be deported or lose your green card. If you do not pass the test or interview the first time, USCIS will allow a second attempt, retest, within 60 to 90 days. If you still fail, your application may be denied, but you remain a lawful permanent resident. You can then reapply in the future. Citizenship is a privilege added to your green card, not a replacement for it, so denial does not remove your existing status. 10. Once you become a citizen, you don't need to do anything else. Some new citizens assume that after the oath ceremony, there are no further steps. In truth, becoming a citizen comes with rights and responsibilities. You should apply for a U.S. passport, register to vote, update Social Security records, and, if applicable, renounce citizenship in other countries, if dual citizenship isn't permitted by that country. Additionally, citizens should stay informed and engaged, through civic participation, voting, and community involvement, as citizenship is not just legal status, but active membership in a democratic society. The naturalization process is often misunderstood, not because it is unclear, but because outdated information and widespread myths cloud the truth. These misconceptions prevent countless eligible immigrants from taking the important step of applying for citizenship. By breaking down the top 10 myths, ranging from language fears to legal misunderstandings, we aim to replace confusion with clarity. Naturalization is a structured process with support resources available for those who seek them. Armed with correct information, immigrants can approach this journey with greater confidence and success. U.S. citizenship is not only attainable for millions, it is a rightful next step for those who meet the requirements and are willing to complete the process.